Aviation abbreviations and acronyms. Aviation industry comes with thousands of abbreviations and acronyms to identify the various sector of operations and aircraft equipments. As cabin crews are an integral part of the industry and spend a major part of their time, energy and expertise in the aviation industry, it is essential for them to get familiar with the aviation abbreviation and acronyms for undisrupted communication and a better understanding of their tasks. Civil Aviation Authority, who oversees and regulates all aspects of the United Kingdom's aviation industry, has provided a descriptive file on the abbreviations and acronyms, and it is available for all the people who are interested to know about the details. Follow the link below to access the file of UK air traffic management vocabulary given by CAA. Airport codes given by IATA and ICAO. With more than 40,000 airports around the world, an identification system is required to identify each airport, differentiate it from the rest, and IATA and ICAO aerodrome identification codes serve this purpose. However, although they are used to designate the same airport, there is no relationship between them, and they have some differences. The IATA code is the most well-known airport code, and the one mostly used by passenger airlines, because it appears on airline tickets, reservation status, boarding passes, baggage labels, and information displays at airports. An IATA airport code, also known as an IATA location identifier, IATA station code, or simply Air Location Identifier, is a geocode designating many airports and metropolitan areas around the world, defined by International Air Transport Association, IATA. IATA codes consist of a three-letter code that is usually related to the city or region served by the airport, or the name of the aerodrome that existed before the creation of the airport. The ICAO codes are designated by the International Civil Aviation Organization, ICAO, and are used by aviation professionals of the aeronautical transport sector, controllers, pilots, etc., but in general, they are not as well known to passengers. The ICAO airport code or location indicator is a four-letter code designating aerodromes around the world. These codes are used by air traffic control and airline operations such as flight planning. ICAO codes are also used to identify other aviation facilities such as weather stations, international flight service stations, or area control centers, whether or not they are located at airports. Flight information regions are also identified by a unique ICAO code. Unlike the IATA codes, the ICAO codes generally have a regional structure and are comprehensive. In general, the first letter is allocated by continent and represents a country or group of countries within that continent. The second letter represents a country within that region, and the remaining two are used to identify each airport. The exception to this rule is larger countries that have single-letter country codes, where the remaining three letters identify the airport. In either case, and unlike IATA codes, ICAO codes generally provide geographical context. Follow the link below to access the file of airport codes given by IATA and ICAO. Summary. In this module, we have learned that short terminologies or abbreviations used by cabin crews refer to various operations, or tools or parts of the duty they regularly face throughout his career. It is essential for them to get familiar with the aviation abbreviation and acronyms for undisrupted communication, and also to better understand their tasks. IATA and ICAO aerodrome identification codes serve a purpose to identify each airport and differentiate it from the rest. IATA codes consist of a three-letter code that is usually related to the airport's city or region, or the name of the aerodrome that existed before the creation of the airport. The ICAO airport code or location indicator is a four-letter code mostly used by aviation professionals of the aeronautical transport sector but in general, not well known to passengers.